Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. Thanks for watching. My name is Rich Tehrani. Today we are coming to you from Interop 2010 in Las Vegas. On our program is Steve Brown with Network Instruments, and I've been to Steve's company I think once in my career in beautiful Minnesota, which I should say in the summer is an extremely lovely place to visit. Steve, thanks for coming on the program.
Thanks for having me, Rich.
So you want to go into a little more depth? I mean, we all know you do network testing, probably,
Sure.
everyone out there, but specifically what sorts of testing?
Sure. What we're doing is we're designing products that help companies to deal with network or application issues, predominantly performance issues.
So if a company is looking to improve their performance of their networks, their systems, networks, they come to you and then they purchase various types of equipment?
That's correct. What they're doing is on their network, we have their machines that you would place on your network for monitoring and managing network and application traffic. So understanding how your network is performing today, and if there are any issues, that you're able to be alerted to those issues before that type of performance were to impact the end user. So for example, if an end user, if you see that your email is down, ideally you would notice that before the end user was impacted, and also have with the same tool be able to resolve that issue.
Makes a lot of sense. So you've got some news at the show, right?
Yes, we do. We recently announced a new as a part of our Observer platform, and our platform is our performance management platform. And what we've announced is a new, it's a high-level report. It's a dashboard view that is designed to provide that view of your critical applications, and in particular, cloud-based applications. So things like Salesforce, or understanding what the performance of any other cloud-based application might be.
Now, are you seeing your customers presenting you with more challenges regarding the cloud? In other words, are they moving more of their apps to the cloud, in your opinion?
They are. I think that with cloud-based applications, use, for example, the widely known application Salesforce, what you find is that you're able to get, for less money, more results, more intelligence than you might be able to get by hosting some type of sales application locally or within your office.
So if I'm an organization and I have a let's say predominantly my apps are in the cloud, what sorts of things specifically can your company do to help me?
Sure. What our solutions do is they monitor really every aspect of the cloud. And I guess when we're talking about cloud computing, predominantly what we're talking about are examples of software as a service, which would be like Salesforce. It could also be a platform as a service, so monitoring if you have a company that uses Amazon's E2C, those types of applications, they're shifting away from they're shifting away from their network environment, their traditional network environment, which has everything focused on the core, and rather shifting it all out to the internet connection. You're going to be using a lot of the same solutions that you've used in the past to monitor. It's just a matter of being aware of that shift. And what we allow you to do with our solutions is monitor internally, as well as how those services, what the response time is out to the cloud, are all the packets getting there, and more important, from the user experiences, are things happening as I would expect and in a timely manner. And taking that one step further, we're also giving you, especially with the new views that we're providing, the ability to, first of all, identify a problem before it impacts the user, so as it's happening in real time.
Right.
And then from there, being able to identify, and this is one of the greatest issues with whenever we call the cloud, where is that problem occurring? Is that occurring internally, or is it occurring with my internet service provider?
So you can solve it.
Exactly. Or is it occurring with the cloud provider, so in this example, Salesforce.
Okay, that's fantastic. So it just sounds like the need for this sort of service is growing as more applications move to the cloud, and especially mission critical apps. And interesting thing about the cloud is that just your user interface is being generated by traffic that's going over that network. So if that network has problems, your user interface is pretty much going to present you with a poor experience.
Yes, that's correct. Well, and the other thing with cloud computing, because everything is reliant. I think the two biggest barriers with cloud computing that are really causing people, we'll say, consternation or keeping network managers up at night are one, the lack of control that represents. Even if you had a poorly performing email service internally, at least it was all yours to own.
Sure.
And with the cloud, you're giving up a bit of that control.
Sure.
In addition, you're also giving up a large bit of visibility.
Sure.
Assuming that you can actually monitor as that connection goes across the cloud to the actual vendor providing the service.
So, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
So, what? We've got about 30 seconds left. What's next for your company? What can we expect?
With our company, we'll be announcing a more. We have an upcoming announcement that'll be showcasing. It's a more integrated product that now will provide infrastructure health alongside the application and the network health that our products currently provide. What that will allow you to do is again, it's getting down to the biggest challenge that network managers have, which is simply identifying where on the network is my problem occurring.
By infrastructure, do you mean servers as well?
That's exactly what I mean.
So servers.
So we're looking.
The heat in a server, the fan is out. What sort of?
Really, anything that you can identify, whether it be through SNMP, IPSLA, WAS, or NBAR, or WMI, you're now able to track those types of things. So what you're talking about is utilization on the server. You might be talking about the processor on the server. Is it operating at capacity? You might also be talking about simple things like, is the disk space full or out? And understanding that in relationship to the applications. And that way you can identify whether an application slowdown or delay is being caused by an infrastructure issue or by a server issue.
And the goal is really to solve problems before they hit you and cripple an organization because an app's out.
Correct, with a single solution. The idea being that you don't have to go to a bunch of point tools and rather can just rely upon one system, one solution to answer the question.
So when you've got tight budgets and sprawling server farms in organizations, it just sounds to me like automation is one way to solve that gap problem. And you just use the automation, and that way at least you're managing a lot of the servers and you're managing the problems, and then you have to instantaneously quickly go and fix those problems as they come up.
That's correct. And so long as your solution's actually providing you the intelligence that you need to first of all see whether the problem is actually being caused by the network or the application.
Sure.
Or in this case the servers. That's important. And then the second thing is that you actually have the details that you need to resolve those problems.
That's excellent. Well, thanks for being on the program. This was great. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much.